Activity on Chapters 8 and 9, Cost in the Short Run and Long Run. The problem is, consider the short run and long run cost schedules, Table 1 and 2, of perfectly competitive firms AstraZeneca and Moderna respectively, both manufacturer of Alvir, short for vaccine for all viruses. Task question number 1. Fill in the missing cells into table. Table 1. Short run cost schedule of AstraZeneca. To complete the table, we need to solve for total cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. I assume that fixed cost is equal to 10. While to solve for total cost, you need to add fixed cost and variable cost. And there you have it. The next one, for average total cost, divide the total cost to quantity. So you will solve for it. And lastly, to solve for marginal cost, we only need total cost and fixed cost. Total cost 2 and 1, subtract it, do it as well to fixed cost, then you will get the answer. And there you have it. We already complete the table. Let's move on to table 2, long run cost schedule of Moderna. Table 2, long run cost schedule of Moderna. To solve for total cost, long run average cost, and long run marginal cost, first, let's solve for total cost. We need the labor, capital, and price, which is all of them are given. Multiply the labor to prices of labor, which is W. Do it as well to capital. Capital multiplied by prices of capital, which is R. And then add both sides, so we will get the answer. In long run average cost, divide total cost to output, so you will get the answer. While in the long run marginal cost, we also need the total cost and output, but you need to subtract total cost 1 and total cost 2, as well as to output, then divide it both sides, so we will get the answer. And we already complete the 2 table. So let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2. Graph the data in table 1 simultaneously in one quadrant. Example, quantity at the horizontal axis and the rest of the cost on vertical axis. On graphing the table 1, I follow the instructions in the horizontal axis. We only have the quantity, while in the vertical axis, we have fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. Then, in question number 3, describe the behavior of the cost based on your graph in number 2. Based on the graph, fixed cost had a stable quantity which is 10, so we had a stable line. While in the variable and total cost, it is increasing because it depends on the quantity of product, just like they are the same because of the closeness. Another one, average total cost and marginal cost are almost the same. However, if there are changes in quantity and total cost, the marginal cost will change also. Let's proceed to question number 4. Question number 4. Graph the data in table 2 simultaneously in one quadrant. Example, output at the horizontal axis and the rest of the cost on vertical axis. Just like in question number 2, in graphing the long run cost, output is in the horizontal axis and the rest, like labor, capital, total cost, long run average cost, and long run marginal cost, are on the vertical axis. Let's proceed to question number 5. Question number 5. Describe the behavior of the cost based on your graph in number 4. Based on the graph, total cost is increasing because of its labor and capital, while long run average cost and long run marginal costs are almost close together. And now, let's proceed to question number 6. Question number 6. Using your graphs for table 1 and 2, compare and contrast, if any, between total cost, average total cost, and marginal cost of AstraZeneca and their counterpart cost in Moderna. The total cost of table 1 and 2 are both increasing, while on their average cost, Table 1 has a higher amount of cost than to Table 2. There are some instances that the marginal cost of Table 2 is higher in Table 1, but all in all, Table 1 had an increasing amount. So now, let's answer the last question, which is number 7. Question number 7, discuss the merits of the statement, in the long run, all costs are variable. According to study.com, in economics, a short-run production period is defined as a period where some inputs are fixed while others are variables. The long-run production period is a period long enough for all the inputs to be variables. While according to principles of microeconomics, in the long run, firms can choose their production technology, and so all costs become variable cost. In making this choice, firms will try to substitute relatively inexpensive inputs for relatively expensive inputs where possible, so as to produce the lowest possible long-run average cost